What's up, y'all? What's going on, everybody? Oh, shoot. Hey, everybody. As you all can see, my caption for this video is rest in peace. um, so last night I was at a concert for Bone Thugs and Harmony last night, and while I was there, um, everything was going good. The day was going great. I had gotten up, did what I needed to do, and gotten back in so that I could start getting dressed and ready so that I can be prepared. I was invited um, by the host to come out. So when somebody, takes the time out to invite you, you want to make sure that you're there, and on point, which will come full circle as far as that lesson I learned yesterday. Um, and while I was there, it was crazy because we were dealing with an issue with another friend who had a hard day, and so she had finally got to make it out, and we were turning up, we were having a good time, and right when Bone Thugs and Harmony was singing their classic hit, um, I was scrolling through my phone, and my goodness, you know how when you see something but you don't adhere to it? It was kind of one of those situations, like, no lie. Um, Bone Thugs and Harmony was singing Crossroads, and I scrolled through my phone and I saw the news that a friend of mine had passed away. Rest in peace to Alicia. Um, the day that I met her was a pivotal day in my life because this was around the time when the COVID situation happened and a lot of things were shutting down. Um, I had issues with my job because the entire department that I was working for had gotten sick. And this is when COVID was very prevalent. It was strong and it hit. This was at the peak of it. And so we were asked not to come back to work because of that. Um, the whole unemployment situation got tied up because so many people were doing fraud that it affected the normal workers like us. And I think I spoke about this before. So I decided at that time to pursue some of my passions, some of my dreams. And one of them was my mild sauce, my Madame LaRue's honey mild sauce. Um, I had decided to do a pop-up shop at Garfield Park, which people in Chicago like to call it the Circle. Um, I decided to do a 3-day event where everybody come out. I would set up shop. Other entrepreneurs would come and set up tables, and we would sell our product. We were going through hard times. We were coming up with innovative ways to make money. And that same day, Crucial Conflict, which is a legendary group here in Chicago, were having an event for their Crucial Kids Foundation in the same park on the other side. We decided to go over there, check them out, support the brothers and everything like that. When I got over there, I had some of my sauce. My cousin was like, "You better take some of that sauce with you. It's going to sell out." So I took some bottles over there. We walked over there, and they were gracious enough to allow me to use the microphone to speak, to promote my business. By the time I got through with my whole sales pitch, the young lady who I would get to know better in days to come was sitting right front and center and purchased dang near everything I had right off top, no questions asked. She just, I want to buy. I'm willing to buy. And I was just like, oh my God. Sorry. She was so full of life. I didn't know in that moment that when she purchased my sauce, that we would come to create a friendship with each other. And I mean, she would pull up to wherever. She invited me to her home. And I got to get myself together so I could finish. She invited me to her home. We became friends. We would talk on the phone. She would video me. When I decided to enter into the laundry business, she was right there, supporting me, giving me advice. Um, she had a business that would provide plastics, which is what I use in my laundry business, plastic bags. And she was trying to hook me up with an account so that I can get, supplies for the low. She would call me. She'd be like, girl, I'll come pull up on you and help you fold them clothes, girl. Just a sweetheart, just vibrant. Everywhere you would see her, she was right front and center, big smile on her face, always supporting. You know what I'm saying? She invited me to her home one time. And she knew I was dealing with something that I had personal going on in a relationship I was in. And so she invited me out. She like, girl, come on out. I'm having a party for my people. It's their birthday. Come through. She gave me the address. I came through. And it was so much fun. Like, she had it all set up. Like, it was so much food, so much fun, so much laughter. That was the first time I had ever been to a party and people played beer pong, the beer ping pong. They was back there having fun. We was laughing, joking. And the most hilarious moment of that night was we was about to jump the DJ because he was cutting up because he was playing some things that we didn't really want to hear. Everybody wanted to turn up, okay? Everybody wanted to turn up, and I think he was back there playing some old classics, and we was like, nah, son, we trying to turn up. And he was making us mad. He was making her extremely mad. She like, she like, no. And we was back there like, we finna jump his ass. It was just the most funniest moment. And then when it was time for me to go, she walked me out to my car and she dropped some heavy gems on me, heavy jewels on me, heavy, whew, heavy. And she just really welcomed me in, you know what I'm saying? And just kind-hearted, you know what I'm saying? I always thought I was a kind-hearted person, but she was unmatched with her heart and just her brightness, I'm hurting because when I lost my father, I became detached. And my way of dealing with things was to just take a step back from everything, you know. And when I took that step back, I didn't realize that the time that I took the step back was gonna be the last time I would even be able to have with her. You know, life is so precious. Life is so short. I never in a million years thought for a second that I would be saying rest in peace to her. Never would I thought in a million years that I would be saying rest in peace to her ever. Like that was never on my mind. I knew she was sick. I knew she was dealing with things. But I never thought for a moment that she would be gone just like that. She had a birthday party last Saturday. And my intention was to go to it. That was my intention, is always to attend everything. But with my business being the way that it is, it's so hard to be able to do things because customers don't have no concern or care about what your personal life is. They just want, they ordered it. And a lot of times, I get so caught up in the orders because there's so many, and then I have to process them, and I have to, what I'm saying, organize. It's a lot that goes into the time of things with that. And once you're on a roll and you're on a routine, you're in it. You know what I'm saying? And it's hard to get out of it. So when the birthday came Saturday, which was this past Saturday, I couldn't make it. I wasn't prepared for her party. And if I was going to come any type of way, I would have to come prepared. And I wasn't prepared to be there to support her the way that she needed to be supported. And I said to myself, no, but normally I wouldn't even care. I would still just go. Still. But the eeriness about it all is God has a way of putting situations on me to where I can handle them. Before my father passed, the day before, he was scheduled to go into his procedure, he was telling me to come down to the flea market to see him. And for two reasons, I didn't go. One, I was working, and two, I was sick working. And I knew that he was about to have a procedure. And I was like, no, it's just best not to me to be around you because you finna go in there. You don't need to be getting sick. But I could have still went to, you know what I'm saying? I didn't have to touch him. I didn't have to do none of that. I still could have went to see him. And that was something that I battled with, up until today. But today solidified the reasoning why this is happening. I don't think that God was going to allow me to have a last moment with people that I care about, because He know that I would feel 10 times worse. I couldn't imagine seeing my dad the day before that he passed. I would be tore up more than what I am, because I would have that memory that was so present, like too present. And I think that's what happened with her, because normally I would go and my every intention was to go, but something held me back from making that final decision to go. And now I see why. I learned a lot today, that life is short. I've been knew that, but when you suffer from loss to loss like this, it really puts things in perspective. I suffered a big loss with my father, and then a big loss with a great person as a friend. And I just want to let her know that, like, forgive me, because when I did lose my father, I did become detached. And it wasn't because I hate people or I don't want to be around nobody, or I just detached because I had to figure things out for myself. And what I was going through and how I was going to handle it and how things were and so much of the stuff that came behind it. I'm just in shock that I'm even saying this. I'm in shock that I'm even at this moment right now. I'm in shock. When I saw it on my phone last night during the show, it was like I lost my breath. I should have never looked at my phone. I feel like I wish I would have never looked at my phone until afterwards. And I was with two of my peoples last night. I was with three of my peoples last night. I was with my boy Menace, aka Don Walker. I was with Stacks the Realist, and I was with Dean Akbar last night. And when we were jamming and I seen it in my phone, Stacks seen me. She caught the moment that I saw it in my phone, and it was like a registering it moment, and then it was like a reality moment. And she was like, wait, she was dancing and she like, hold on, what's going on? Like she seen it was in my face. It was in my I felt it. I it was like I lost air for a minute. It was just like, it was just shock. It was complete shock. I'm like, what? Like, what do you mean? How? You know? So I want to thank Stacks for catching me in that moment because I kind of lost air a little bit and I became a little disoriented for a minute. I kind of lost my balance a little bit. And I had to gather myself because I know that we were in a setting where a lot of people were having fun and having a moment. And I didn't want to alert or alarm anyone. So I had to keep my cool. So when we left, we were talking about it in the car. We all had rode together. We were talking about it in the car. And I just said, I just kept saying, I'm like, man, she on my mind. But then I kept trying to be mindful of the situation because I didn't want to bring a mood to everyone else, you know. But as we were taking Stacks to the slot and we got probably a couple blocks away, I broke down in the car. I couldn't hold it. And I told Don Walker, I said, I was trying to hold it until you dropped me off. I was trying to hold it, bro. I was trying to hold it, but I couldn't hold it in. And I explained to him why I felt bad because I'm like, I didn't see her. And then I thought, I explained to him about what happened with my dad. And he's like, some things is just out of your control. You can't control that, you know. But I'm gonna be 10 toes down at her service, the memorial, a balloon, um, setting, whatever they decide that they want to do. I will be there 10 toes down because she was 10 toes down there for us, for so many of us, so many of us. I could just imagine how people who have known her longer than me feel, her family, you know, her little dog, Toki G, little Toki G. I know he probably like, dang, mama, but I know, he can feel her spirit too, because they have that ability too. God bless them with that, just like he blessed us, you know. And I just want to say, farewell, friend. You were a light, a vibe, energy, a glow. You used to make me feel so good about myself. I'm dead serious. Like, she used to make me feel so good about myself. I'm trying to, I'm like trying to cry and laugh at the same time. But she did. She used to just make you feel so good. Man, her voice is infectious, you know, just infectious. And she will be missed. She will be missed. She will be missed. She will be greatly missed. You know, I'm just glad to have known her. I'm glad to have been able to experience her. I'm glad to have been able to, embrace her. I'm glad to have been somebody that, you know, she thought highly of, or likely of, or whatever, you know, was inside of her of me. I'm glad to have had that with her, because she was just a beautiful soul, a beautiful person, a fun person, a cool person, a laid back person, a rider. She was everything. She was everything in that. And I know, like I said, if I'm hurting, I know there are so many people that are hurting right now. And I just wanted to come on here and just say my piece. um, I'm hurt, you know, but I know that you're in a better place. I know that you're not suffering anymore. I know that you're not tired anymore. And you can be at peace with our God up there. To her family, to her friends, we love you. We support you. We're here for you. You know, we will keep her name alive with you. And I just want to thank you, friend, for being who you were, simply who you were. You didn't have to pull up nowhere. Just the fact that just to embrace your smile and your aura was just enough. It was just enough. You did a great job. You had a lot of fun, girl. You had so much. You was always doing something. You and I'm going to live my life that way, because you never know when you're going to leave this earth. And I'm going to start living my life the way she lived her life, to the fullest, doing things, having fun, being present, being there. I'm going to do the same, girl, in honor of you, because I know when it's my time to be called home, I would wish that I would have had what you had, as far as, the fun, and the things that you were doing, and you know the smiles and the laughter and the hugs and the love. I just, man, you lived a beautiful life. And anything that you were struggling with, or anything that was hurting you, you know is minuscule now to the beauty that you're seeing. You know what I'm saying? So rest in peace, friend. I'm not gonna make this video too long. I really didn't want to make this video, because I know my emotions were going to be all over the place, and I didn't know how it was going to come across. And I don't want to come across, in any type of way, or I don't want to, bring anybody down with you know, with a sad video, but I wouldn't be right if I didn't express myself here, because this is what I'm making this platform for, is to express myself. So we're going to keep your name alive. Man, man, what a loss. What a tremendous loss. I'm gonna have to get off of here, because I can't even think of anything else to say at the moment. I'm just trying to process it all, just processing it. And if you see my pops up there, you know, give him a hug, big hug for me, please. Hug him for me. All right, y'all. God bless. And if I haven't said it, I love you all. And I'm praying for you all, and I'm asking for prayers in exchange. So, love y'all. Peace out.